Welcome to our latest Blockbuster Monster Mayhem update. We're happy to bring you brand new features coming to the game this week. So let's get into it. What do we have for you? This update's going to include a lot of stuff. We're going to have a store, we're going to have new weapons, we have new quality of life features, and there's new human interactions. Those are the main points. So let's get into it. And we'll start here. Here's the Karnage store. This is where you're going to be able to purchase new collectibles between common collectibles, rare collectibles, and legendary collectibles. They're on a 24-hour timer, so check back here every day for new collectibles and your chance to win something that you don't have. If we look on the left side over here, we can flip through the tabs. We'll go through weapons, and here you can see the 3 new weapons that are being added to Blockbuster. You have the Wattage Whacker, the Wrecking Ball, and the Techromancer. So the Wattage Whacker works like a baseball bat, and you can use it to swing at buildings, you can use it to fry people up. If you toggle down the right joystick, you can summon an electromagnetic ball and use it as a baseball to hit enemies, blocks, people, whatever. Moving on, the Wrecking Ball. This is a ball and chain weapon. It's really fun. You can swing it above your head like a barbarian, you can do figure 8s with it, and for its special power, you have to do a ground pound with it. So, hit the ground as hard as possible with this weapon in order for it to leave an earth-shattering shockwave. The third weapon is the Techromancer. It's a human potato cannon. You'll notice that there's a top hopper, and when you load people into the top, they grind down into goo. When you load 3 humans into the top hopper of this weapon, it'll produce one big blast, and it'll fly until it explodes, or you can press the trigger again to explode it. You can stuff a human in the front end of the barrel, you can hold it down to charge, and then release it, and they go flying away. You can launch them at fences, you can launch them at the water, and they'll go skipping like stones. The Techromancer is a really fun weapon. In addition to new weapons, you'll notice down here that we have a new weapon skins tab. We're happy to bring you this new skin called the Quack Attack. It was voted on by our Discord community, so special thanks to those guys for helping us out there. This weapon works like the Techromancer. It just quacks like a duck when you fire it, and it looks funny. And as we're moving on over here, you can see that we have added color palettes to the game. Now you can get the exact color that you want if you're not sure if that's the electric blue you've been looking for. As you can see, we have 8 new ones, so we'll be adding more as time goes on. We're going to be delivering variants of different weapons and different models of weapons in the future, as well as monsters, monster skins, new cosmetics for players. Anything and everything that we plan to add to this game will be through this store. We also added more gameplay options to the settings menus. You'll notice a blood and gore filter. We noticed that we have some younger kaiju playing, and we wanted to dedicate a setting to them. Now, when you go to the sound settings, you'll be able to turn off the monster theme music. So that means when you're fully grown, you won't hear the looping music anymore. You'll be hearing the regular level music. Another setting that we did add was to hide the bite animation. So now when you eat a person, the mouth bite will not show. So, more features that we added to Blockbuster that we're really happy to bring to you are the increased methods to annihilate people. So now you can pick up a human, you can pop their head off by holding them and then pressing down on the toggle button on your joystick. Their head will start to expand, and then when you release, their head can pop off and fly into an arch. Another thing that you can do with the people is throw them into the fence. You can throw them into fences of any level, and you can use some monster powers to cook them up. Now when you're holding a human and you throw them at the fence, they'll turn into one of 3 to 4 food items. Each food item is themed to the level. So make sure you're visiting all the levels to check out the local cuisine, because they're all different and they're all fun and engaging. The next interaction you can do with the humans is explode them while you're holding them, and you roar. The sound is too much for them to handle. You're literally a giant monster roaring in a tiny human's face. We think it's really fun, and it's kind of funny. One more human interaction that we added: if you're holding a human as Richter scale and you decide to use your fire breath, you could burn them. So they'll burst into blood as soon as you use your fire breath on them while you're holding them. The next human interaction that you can partake in is skipping humans across the water. Pick up your latest human and skip them like a stone. A nice throw lined up against the water will give you a nice skip across the water. So check it out when you can. This is a really fun thing to do, especially skipping humans into the fence. All right, everyone, I think that wraps up this update. We hope you enjoy it. And quick little update for multiplayer, for those who are wondering, we are still working on it.
So the majority of the work was done for the past couple months trying to replicate our blocks. As you know, this game has a lot of moving objects in it. We have a lot of physics actors in the scene at once. Blockbuster probably has some of the most physics actors in a scene at once compared to other standalone VR games. So that's what's been taking the longest for us to achieve. We want the block destruction to look really good in multiplayer, so it's just going to take a little bit longer to polish and make sure that everything is translating nicely between host and client. So we do have a few more things on the horizon that we are working towards, but we are working on it. Your continued support is much appreciated as we keep developing. So thank you, and we hope that you enjoy this update.